Hello everybody and welcome back to the FPL Phillips YouTube channel, where once again we've got another FPL quiz related video for you all and another special guest here to play along as well. Last time we had FPL mate Dan playing Tenable. This time we've got the first ever FPL edition of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and who better in the FPL space to come on and give it a go than Ross, or FPL Raptor as you will all know him by. So thank you very much for coming on the channel. Ross, how are you doing today, mate?
Yeah, thank you for having me on, mate. Obviously come on the channel before, but I'm quite nervous today, to be honest. Normally I can prepare a little bit more than I can. I have no idea what the questions are going to be, and I feel like I might get exposed, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, well, I've told Ross off camera he shouldn't be too nervous. Hopefully you guys playing along as well will be able to have a decent chance of getting some of these questions right as well. If you haven't seen how Who Wants to Be a Millionaire works, basically we have a number of questions that get progressively harder as you go along, but as you get them right, the money that Ross is going to earn for his chosen charity today will be going up with the big jackpot if he does get all the way, which to be honest, for my bank account's sake, maybe hoping not. It's £500 if you get all the way to the top, so best of luck, Ross. All this money is going to your chosen charity today. Do you want to tell the people what that's going to be?
Yeah, I've chosen mine today. Mine focus on raising awareness and having support for those that are suffering with their mental health. So something that's very close to my heart and those around me, and yeah, really worthy charity of the money.
Well, brilliant choice, and let's hope we can earn them a decent chunk of money today, shall we? You've got the 3 lifelines for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire today, so it's 50-50. We've got 2 of those, and then Ross has also got his phone a friend, which we'll remind you of if you don't remember to use it, but we'll keep it as a surprise for maybe who might end up coming on as a phone a friend if they pick up the phone, that is. But you ready to get started, mate?
Yeah, sounds good, mate. Let's do it.
Okay, so for £1 to start things off with the following question. Which position in FPL scores 4 points for getting a goal? And that is a goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, or forward.
Why do I feel nervous about this question? So
You're a knowledgeable man, mate. You should know this easily.
I'm pretty sure that the answer is forward. I think defender is 6, midfielder 5, forward 4. And if I've got that wrong, I do apologise for ruining your video. So I'm going to go lock in
You're totally
the answer
right.
at
You're
the
totally
forwards.
right. We need the watch time. I made the first question easy. It's up there. And of course, we've got the kind of safety nets as you get further on. Once you get to the £5, that is banked. You can take an easy risk on the next question. We've also got another safety net at the £50 mark as well, but I'll remind you of those as we go along. But yeah, easily done, mate. On to the £1. Next question is for £2. This is a little bit of a more football-related one. Which goalkeeper kept the most FPL clean sheets in the 22-23 season? I didn't really need to include FPL in there, but we're going for it just to try and keep it FPL related. So your options are A, Alisson, B, Nick Pope, C, David De Gea, or D, Aaron Ramsdale.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure about this just because I'm a Manchester United fan and I know the uproar that it caused because he had a bit of a stinky season, to be honest, and everyone wanted him out. And I'm pretty sure David De Gea had the Golden Glove in the Premier League, so I'm going to lock in. I think it was C, David De Gea.
Yeah, you'd be right. David De Gea, 17 clean sheets for him. You banked £2 there, mate. Ramsdale, Alisson and Pope were all tied for second with 14 each. So, yeah, definitely was a lot of uproar and has now been replaced, of course. So it didn't go too well for him winning the Golden Glove, but did manage to get that, at least in his last ever season. Okay, moving on. We've got the £3 question next, which is one that you'll probably be able to tell just from football knowledge, but it is which Premier League player, as far as I can tell, has appeared in every single season of FPL that's existed. And your options are A, Scott Carson, B, Ashley Young, C, Theo Walcott, or D, James Milner.
Oh dear.
You have got your lifelines, remember?
Yeah, I'm probably going to end up using a lifeline here because as old as I look, I know I look like I'm 40 years old. I'm a lot younger than I look, and I've also probably only been playing FPL for 4 or 5 seasons. I've probably only been watching football like thoroughly and like remembering it since about 2008. So this is a little bit before my time. I would probably... do you know what? I might use my phone a friend for this one.
Okay.
Because I think if it goes to 50-50 and it's the wrong 2, I would still really struggle and I'm still going to be guessing at this point. So I might try. Let's see if I have any friends to phone a friend.
Okay. All right. Do you want to get your phone up then? And
yeah, I'm going to need to get my phone, and I'm going to try.
Hello.
Hello, mate. I've got a weird one for you. I'm currently doing a video with FPL Phillips, and we're doing an FPL Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Okay.
We've got a question. I think I've narrowed it down to 2. I think I know the answer, but I just want to make sure to try and bank as much money as possible for charity. So the question is, like, since the start of FPL, which player has played in every single season? So has been in the game for every single season since the start of FPL. Okay, the 4 options are Walcott, Carson, Young, and Milner. So Walcott, Carson, Young, and Milner.
Okay.
Do you know the answer, or do you have an inkling which way it would go?
Initial thoughts are Milner, because he was at, what was it, Leeds, Newcastle, Aston Villa, City, Liverpool. Yeah, now Brighton. I don't know when the Leeds season was though. I think it's Milner, but I don't know. Carson is a good shout. I think Milner.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'd kind of narrowed it down to, I know it won't Walcott, it would be Milner, Carson, or Young, but I'm happy with Milner. I think that's good. All right, thank you, mate. I appreciate it.
No worries, mate.
All right, cheers, bye.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. Hopefully that picked
man.
up through the microphone. Yeah,
Yes,
he had that.
perfect.
He had that knowledge. He was the perfect phone a friend, I think.
Are you going to take his answer?
Yeah, I think for me, I actually didn't think it was. I was just like, I don't know why I had it in my back of my mind. Ashley Young and Carson could be, but I kind of thought it was Milner. But a bit of confirmation bias for me there. I'm happy to lock in Milner.
Baby.
Well, you'd be right. £3 locked in with that. James Milner, been in every season. Oscar nailed it
Very nice.
with his career path as well. So yeah, perfect. Young and Carson came in a bit later, but I had to do my research to come up with some fake answers for that one.
Yeah, no, they were quite good. They were quite good alternatives, I
They're
think.
okay. All right. We'll move into the £4 bracket now. And a question that I think, again, kind of lends itself to you being an FPL content creator is, which player in the 22-23 season had the most attempted assists and created the most big chances? And your 4 options are A, Kieran Trippier, B, Trent Alexander-Arnold, C, Bruno Fernandes, and D, Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh, this is a painful question. Have you already decided the 50-50s before I start speaking? Because I don't want you to give me a tricky 50-50 based on what I say.
It's random computer. It's definitely not me.
Okay, so I know that Bruno Fernandes created the most chances, but I don't know if he created the most big chances and had the most attempted assists. I would question if that's maybe Trippier or De Bruyne. I don't think that's Trent. Maybe Bruno did have the most big chances created. I think Bruno created 119 chances, and I think it was De Bruyne was in behind that, and Trippier was second, like De Bruyne was third last season. But big chances, I'm not sure that Bruno created as many big chances. I think my initial response is maybe Trippier, but it could be one of the other two. I'm probably annoyingly going to have to use another lifeline there, because I feel like they are probably the top 4 for big chances created. So yeah, I think I'll have to use one of my 50-50s, unfortunately.
Okay, the 50-50 is taken away. Trippier and De Bruyne.
It's time for the smug face.
Okay. See, I thought now I'm worried. I thought there was no chance of it being Trent. Now I'm thinking, is it Trent? No, I think I'm going to lock in Bruno Fernandes then and hope that I was correct that he was quite creative last
Final
season.
answer?
Yeah, final answer, Bruno Fernandes.
Well, you're correct with that one. Well done, mate. Yeah, I did pick the top 4 as well, so I had to make that one quite hard for you. But well done.
Yeah, just about got there. Yeah.
Okay, for £5 now, we're gonna go with a slightly different one, and you kind of even know this one or you don't, to be honest. So I'm hoping you do. Which player holds the record for the worst all-time FPL score in a single game week? And your options are Jonathan Walters, Jan Bednarek, Ryan Bertrand, or Richard Dunn.
So my initial 2 thoughts before the question came up was Walters and Bednarek, which again doesn't really help me, but I don't want to use another 50-50. Bednarek's was a -7, I think. It was a red card, an own goal, and he conceded like 8 goals in that game. I remember that one quite well. Did Walters get 2 own goals or a red card? I seem to remember that was a little bit before I started playing FPL though. I might. I don't want to use all my lifelines, Eddie. This is the issue.
I'd say trust your intuition. Trust your intuition.
Yeah, well, screw it. Yeah, I'm going to try and keep a lifeline for the more difficult question. I'm going to go Bednarek -7 and hope that... Because I have a feeling, I don't know why, that did Jonathan Walters actually score a goal in that game? He might have missed a pen and scored a goal. I'm going to hope that the answer is Bednarek, and I think it was a -7.
You're right. It is -7 for Bednarek in that game. Or was it 9-0 against Manchester United or whatever? Walters scored 2 own goals in one game and then missed a pen at the end, but he still didn't manage to better than -7 because I think it's mainly because the forwards don't get minus points for conceding goals and whatnot, so it wasn't a big feat in that one. But yeah, Bednarek, well done, mate. That's £5 now, so you've definitely banked £5 at least, and you've still got 2 lifelines intact as well, which is a nice one. Back to something a little bit more recent. Which player scored the most bonus points during the 22-23 season? And your options are Harry Kane, Erling Haaland, Kieran Trippier, and Martin Odegaard. Trippier rears his head again.
Yeah. Initial thought before the question came up was Kane. But I also remember on quite a few occasions this season, Kane getting like 6 and 7 points rather than his traditional 9-pointer. I would be surprised if the answer's Odegaard. Trippier was a bonus points monster. Right, I think I'm glad I saved the 50-50 here. My initial instinct is that it's probably Kane or Trippier. Who was the fourth option? Sorry?
Yeah, Haaland was the other one. That
Haaland, okay. See, Haaland, top point scorer. Got so many like hat tricks and braces and probably got a lot of bonus points. I think I'm going to go for the 50-50. Not that I particularly have any idea. I think if I didn't have the 50-50, I would probably go for Harry Kane, but I feel like it could be Trippier also. Just hope the 50-50 helps me out a little bit.
Okay, well, you've been left with Harry Kane and Erling Haaland.
I'm gonna go Harry Kane. I don't know why. I feel like Haaland scored more goals and got more points, but I feel like Kane tends to, just because of tends to get the only returns when Spurs play, whereas sometimes I think the bonus points are a little bit spread out amongst the City players. So I'm going to lock in Harry Kane.
And you're correct. He did, in fact, score the most bonus points. So yeah, very well done. Got a bit of luck with a 50-50 there, taking out Trippier, I guess. Yeah, very well done. Good knowledge on that one. Okay, so we're into, what is that now? You've earned £7.50. So we're on to the £10 question now. And this is one that is a little bit more recent FPL stuff. You will have been playing during this time. And Mohamed Salah is the only player to record more than 300 points in one FPL season. It was during the 2017-18 campaign. But at which price did he start that season?
Oh, God. Okay.
So you've got 9 million, 9.5 million, 10 million, or 10.5 million.
Okay, so before it came up, my thought was 9. This is unfortunately the season before I really started playing FPL. Okay. I don't believe he was 10 or 10.5. I've got a feeling he came in a little bit cheaper than that. Oh God, I should have saved the 50-50. So I think it's 9 or 9.5. Well, that's what I'm going to go for at least.
Okay, so which one are you going for?
My initial instinct was 9, but I'm now thinking 9.5 rings a bell.
Gonna trust your initial intuition, or are you gonna change?
I'm gonna trust...
If you get past this one, we're gonna give you another phone a friend.
Okay, I'm gonna trust my initial instinct, which is 9. 9 mil locked in.
And you're right. It was 9 million. Yeah, a really, really cheap price for what his points total ended up being at the end of it. But that was, of course, his breakthrough season in the Premier League. Since then, he's been priced pretty high ever since. So you've earned £10, mate, and now double money, a chance to double your score with £20 here for charity. And one, again, kind of goes a little bit back to how much football you might have been watching around the time. You have now got that extra phone a friend lifeline we're going to give you. So if you've got any more mates, you'll be able to give them a bell. But since FPL began, what I'd like you to tell me is which of the following players has not scored 5 goals in one match. So 3 of them have. Which of these players has not scored 5 goals in one game?
Okay.
And your answers are Jermaine Defoe, Wayne Rooney, Dimitar Berbatov, and Aguero.
Okay. I'm pretty... No, this is... the thing is, I'm trying to think about friends that would know this. I feel like it might be a waste of this lifeline. I feel like trying to guess my way through this one is better, and using it on one where I think someone will know it, because I think this is very difficult to just know this kind of thing. I seem to remember Defoe getting 5 goals. Maybe back at Spurs? So I'm going to rule out Defoe. I seem to remember Aguero getting 5 as well. So, did he? I think I'm going to rule out Aguero, which would leave Rooney and Berbatov, right?
Yeah, correct.
And I'm a Manchester United fan, so I should know this, really. I feel like I remember Dimmy getting 5 goals. But Rooney being the only one to not get 5 seems like a bold call. I just don't think... I think the next person I'll call is probably FPL Harry. I just feel like waiting for an FPL question, or again, Harry's quite young, maybe waiting for one in more recent years makes more sense than asking him this one.
Okay.
I think I'm going to regret saying Rooney, though. Maybe not Defoe. Defoe's definitely got 4 goals in a game. I watched Defoe live score 4 goals for Spurs. I'm gonna go for Wayne Rooney, but I've got a feeling that might be the end of it.
You're correct, mate. That is money earned. £20 in the bank.
Cool.
So yeah, very well done. Good money already, and now you've got the chance to add another £15 and grab yourself 35. And unfortunately for your mate Harry, this isn't perhaps one of the more recent questions coming up next.
Okay.
But we've got more of a niche one. And in every single season of FPL so far, there has only been one when a player failed to score more than 200 FPL points. I want you to name the season that occurred. And your options are the 2004-2005 season, the 2008-09 season, the 2010-11 season, or the 2012-13 season.
Not a single player got above 200 points.
Not a single player.
I don't think that was 2012-13. I think quite a few forwards had big seasons that year. You've got to think one of them had over 200 points. Before that, we're starting to get a little bit before my time. Was it 2004-2005 was one of them, did you say?
Yeah.
And then what were the other two?
So 08-09 and 12-13 you've already said, and then 2010-2011.
I think I'm going to go 08-09 or 10-11.
Do you remember which players were playing around that time? Talk us through your thinking.
I think kind of, but at the same time not really. It's trying to piece together. Like, I'm thinking 08-09 was Ronaldo 07-08, his big season for United, or am I completely off on that? The issue is, like I said, I look old, but I was only 10 for the 08 one, or 11. 04-05, I was 7 years old, so I don't really remember that. The only one that I kind of remember relatively well is 12-13. Is that the season after City won the league in the last minute, or is that the season of? I'm thinking Aguero might have hit 200. Van Persie, if that's that year, might have. My thought process, I don't think it's 12-13. I feel like 04-05 was when the game first came around. There was quite a few big point scoring defenders, I think. I'm thinking it's one of the middle two. I'll go 08-09. Again, I don't think there's any friends that I could call that would know this, so I'll hopefully get this right and save the lifeline. But yeah, 08-09 would be the one that I would lean
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'm going to lock in that one, but I've got a feeling that's it.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. The answer was indeed the 10-11 season. Funnily enough, it was Nani who scored 198 points. He only scored 9 goals and got 14 assists. So, yeah, really, really good effort, mate, to be honest, anyway. There were some tricky questions coming up. I'm not sure if Harry would have known that one. Maybe we'll have someone on again who can call him up, and we'll be able to get some more phone of friends on. That was quite entertaining. Yeah. But yeah, thank you very much for playing, mates. I'm glad you've not destroyed my bank account too much, but some decent money going to charity anyway. How have you found it? Not too stressful? Pretty stressful.
It's pretty stressful. I don't want to be exposed to someone that doesn't know what they're talking about, but it's quite difficult on the spot. It might seem easy when you're just sat there at home. But yeah, no, it was good. And I'd just like to say I'm happy to match the amount that you're paying to charity as well, so that they can get double the amount. So it feels like it's more worth it for them.
Well, thank you very much, Ross. I'll send you over the details when I've done it as well. And we'll have a screenshot on screen at the moment. So yeah, thank you very much for coming on. Do you think, as an FPL creator, you can do well on this show too? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? We may well end up making it a series. Who knows? We might get some other people on, give some more money to charity. Why the hell would we not do that anyway? Thank you very much for watching. And yeah, we'll hopefully catch you in the next one of this series of FPL game shows, whatever it ends up being. And yeah, we'll see you very soon. Goodbye.